Now, the real surprise of the tournament was Zeta Division being the best team in the world on exactly November 15th.
That's what I like about Sliggy's comment, that it's about who cares more. Zeta Division for one day, they cared a fuck ton. And then
those best of ones.
And then they realized they were better, and they're like, well, we got the confidence we need.
Let's
give it to the other teams.
I want you all to know how absurd this was, because the following day, when the games were on, I'm pretty sure like 90% of the viewership was from Japan. When I looked on Twitch, there was like 70,000 people watching the Japanese co-streams like after that day, and then they lost out. So unfortunate, unlucky, really.
It was like tragic losses as well. They never played a close map the entire tournament. I guess you could say the Zeta G2 one was somewhat close, but it didn't really feel particularly close. Felt like a bad performance from G2, if anything.
Honestly, that could have been worse, I think. I think like Zeta could have won by more.
And then when they lost hard as well. This is the second day this year, though, that they've been the best team in the world, because they were also the best team in the world.
The Paper X game.
On August 3rd, when they beat Paper X.
It was so good that day. Like the best team I watched all year that day.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So for 2 days, if they could have only synced this up in back-to-back days, I mean, maybe not for this tournament, but like
they had a different lineup as well.
Kickoff or something, yeah.
Yeah, for kickoff, like, dude, they could have actually done something. How do you feel about this version of the team, Sliggy? Because you watched the previous version, and you said that they were the best team that you watched all year on that one day. What did you think about this version of the team?
I think they look pretty good. Absol was like the standout for me, to be honest. I think that he can be good. But then I don't really know where they stand with like the roster. I imagine they want to keep Depp in, right?
I don't know.
I saw today that they're signing Absol now.
Oh, they are signing.
Absol is confirmed. The others are not confirmed yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I would expect them to keep Depp, Sugar Zero, and XDLL, and then add Absol and maybe Echo, and leave out Honey Bunny.
Yeah, I think it's obviously limited amount, but that probably makes sense from what we've seen.
And would they be able to do anything? Because the Japanese scene has been starved. They are thirsting for any level of result at all. Japan and India right now feel very underserved in terms of results. The fan base is passionate. The teams are not like horribly built. They have flashes of, moments where they can do things, but at the end of the day, they just have gone so long without anything.
Yeah, I think at this point they're just an upset team. It's like, that's what they are on their day. It looks like they can beat anyone. But the consistency just doesn't seem to be there too much. And dude, every year does teams get better and better, so it just worries me a little bit. I will say I do have more faith with XQQ, like as their coach. I feel like they have a much better understanding of like maps in general, so that's cool. And they do bring new stuff to the table as well, which is also very nice, and it's like well thought out stuff. So I think they're like an upset team. You're expected to beat them, but there's definitely days where they will look better than most of the teams.
Everyone.
Everyone in the world. But I don't think we can put expectations on them just purely because of the past 2 years.
We just need one of DFM or Zeta to just cannibalize the other and make a Japanese super team.
We need
to sacrifice one of them and let the other flourish.
Well, I thought Zeta would be the team to be sacrificed this year, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe, but
because May is under a 2027 contract, and then the rest of the players on DFM that are under long-term contracts are pretty decent too. So seeing a good, Absol looks cracked in this tournament. I was looking at his tier 2 stats, and they weren't like through the roof. His first deaths per round were really quite high, but those don't always translate 1-to-1. Your stats at tier 2 to your stats to tier 1. I would like to see DFM be the team that the talent goes to, because I think that building around May just gives you such a chance of success.
Yeah, he's so good.
But who knows? Maybe Zeta Division will be the best team in the world for
They're going to be the best team in the world.
Another day.
Yeah, maybe for...
I haven't said anything, but they're going to be the best team in the world.
For the whole year? For a week?
Sure, man. Sure, man. This is based off what? Nothing. This is what the show is about, man. You just got to throw out takes. Whether you know they're true or not, you just need to get them going.
Talon have been removed from VCT Pacific. Yeah, they're gone. They're done.
Rip.
And I always said it was about time. That's a lie. I didn't say that. Honestly, I don't really have a take on this other than, what was it? Because they were going through financial trouble at the time.
Yeah, they're poor.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a bit like the Bleed scenario, except without as much scandal, I think.
I don't know about that.
You don't think? I mean, they've
No,
been
I mean,
failing to
Bleed
pay
were
out
just-
some of their obligations.
Bleed were doing crazy stuff though. They were making outrageous promises. I think that's unfair.
Sure. But at the end of the day, if you have any level of financial promise to pay somebody and then you don't, you are in a bit of trouble.
Sure.
there.
Yeah. But at least they didn't double down like Bleed.
Yeah,
did.
they did.
Come on,
didn't.
Aspas.
Yeah.
You know that contract, 110k a month. Get over here. We've got no money, but here's an offer. That was crazy behavior. At least they weren't doing that.
Yeah, so there's quite a lot of details involved in this though. But the one of the things that we've got on the screen right now from Riot Jake is that one of the replacement team that they're looking for is one of the primary things that they're looking to do is get a team that resonates with their Thai community. So maybe that doesn't mean literally a Thai org, although I'm sure they would prefer something like that. But they want to maintain some level of Thai representation. I think people might have misunderstood this a little, though, because I don't think this means to any degree that the players are actually guaranteed their position on the new org. It would probably be sensible for a new org to pick up the players because this was a pretty decent team. But VCT is very much an org run kind of. Frost was saying on his show that he was talking to 4 different organizations, none of them Thai, I think, to try to see if he could like smooth this process out and just go straight from keep the whole Talon roster together basically and just port them to a different organization. But Riot was like, no, we'd rather handle it, please. Which is fair enough, I think, but credit to Frost for trying to put his players first in a difficult situation.
Yeah, that's a cool move. It does suck. Like, it does suck for them. Like, they're the ones that kind of get owned the most, especially as it's so late in the season. Like, I could see a lot of teams that if this had happened, a month earlier, maybe even 2 months earlier, that they would just be able to find homes. I know some of them do have language barrier teams, which language barriers, which would obviously limit some of it. But yeah, it's sad. I guess we'll see what happens. I don't think they'd all be able to stick together as a 5, or they'd at least have to. If they did stick together as a 5, they would.
Even if a Thai org just comes in and they're like, we don't know, who the hell to pick up. Wouldn't you want to just pick up Talon?
As long as the players don't get outrageous with their contracts. Because I think as soon as you know they're trying to get all 5 of you, people could get greedy. It happens. Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to it and they agreed and they were pretty civil about it, sure.
This to me is a bit different to other things that have happened in the past, like the G2 guard situation or whatever as well, because that perhaps, makes it a bit simple. I do have a feeling that it might be Boom for that reason, because they know Boom, and Boom know how to set up, and it's on a shorter time frame.
Dude, that would be insane if Boom managed to get back in
twice
on a technicality.
It's only for a year, and they know that Boom, they were in the league last year. They've got it. They know, they can just renew their office space or whatever.
They know how to work with them.
Yeah.